Hello everyone, I'm Balpreet Singh, supply chain IT expert. We have been talking about artificial intelligence in supply chain management. In the last episode, we talked about market trends in supply chain management using artificial intelligence. Now, in this episode, we would talk about future of AI in supply chain management arena. Let's get started. The first slide talks about a couple of organization what they talk about AI in this supply chain field. Gartner says AI augmentation will create $2.9 trillion worth of business value in current year 2021, a big number. PwC talks about AI application contributing $15.7 trillion worth to the global economy by 2030. Huge numbers. What it tells us is that AI can bring in exceptional agility and precision in the processes within supply chain and help get better business value. It can bring in those transformation in supply side or demand side processes which will better the operational efficiencies within supply chain processes. Now let's talk about what McKinsey talks about it. In the year 2020, early 2020, before pandemic happened, a survey conducted by McKinsey talked about what is going to happen by direct result of introducing AI in supply chain. In this survey, 61% of manufacturing executives reported that AI helps to reduce cost. 53% reported that it is helping to increase revenues. So both sides, it helps in increasing revenue, it helps in decreasing the cost, and hence the delta profits are bound to increase. Definitely a win-win situation. Another company, Gartner, which comes out with a lot of reports, predicts that rise of IIoT, that is Industrial Internet of Things, will allow supply chain to provide more differentiated services to the customers, and it will make processes efficient as well. What it tells us in short is AI has a bright future. AI is here to stay. Now let's look at the roadmap that is followed by AI in SCL. So the first level where any organization or any process within the organization attains is visibility. They would use data science in some way or other and get visibility of what is happening where initially. The next level of maturity is predictive. Using algorithms in some processes, they would be able to predict what is going to happen. One of the point here could be demand forecasting. That some of these examples that we have already seen, one of them being of Walmart that we discussed in our episode 2. Do check that out. The next level is prescription. When predictions are being taken care of, the next niche, next level is how do I prescribe? What should be done? What should not be done? This is the level where not many organizations have been able to come till now. The last or the highest level is the cognitive level where the algorithms become autonomous. They are able to perform functions with no help from humans. So, on this curve of technology roadmap, a survey was done for 118 manufacturers in Europe. Over a third, around 35% of the participating companies said that they were still at level 1, at the level of visibility. Just over half of them qualified for level 2 readiness. qualified, they were not there, they were only qualified, they still have to work on the predictive part of it. And the third level of prescriptive, the way it is sounding niche, it actually is. Only 13% of this 180 firms which were there as a part of the survey are there in that. What it means is it is hardly around 21, 22 of these numbers which are there. Out of everything, AI is the fastest growing segment that we know. Whatever being done, we have seen it in the last episode also how AI is leaving all the other technology uh, stack behind, and it's moving very fast. So this tells us that yes, there is a roadmap. The organizations are moving from level 1 to 2, 3 and onwards. But yes, the level 3, that is the prescriptive, is still exclusive. However, uh, there is also a prediction that the level 3 readiness would, however, get doubled or more than that. From current 13%, it would go to 31% in couple of years by the year 2023. It's a big jump. We have understood the technology roadmap, who are where. Now we look at broad areas where AI will have higher impact in future in supply chain management processes. So couple of processes where it will have a bigger impact compared to other would be planning and scheduling and end-to-end supply chain visibility. In the technology roadmap, these are between level 1, 2, and 3 at various stages, if I put it. One of the use case in planning and scheduling is about demand planning. We talked about this in our case study 1 as well as case study 2 on how demand planning has helped current organization which have used AI in demand planning to better their processes. So this way, demand planning is something that a lot of organizations should look at. Then the other process could be production planning. Demand planning is where if I use a set of data, train the model, make it better, the output is a relatively simpler uh, to be achieved. Production planning is little difficult to implement because technology has to still mature to get us the output that we need of logical next steps to be done if something doesn't go the way it should be in production planning. Hence, today we don't have lot many success stories of AI in production planning. They would be there in future for sure. With this, the next advent in planning and scheduling would be real time planning. This is the sort of nirvana level that a lot of organizations would want to reach, that how I am able to redo planning real time, take care of all the ups and downs within my supply chain, the value chain within my supply chain, and get better output. It is going to be a big focus area in future for AI powered supply chain. They would try to look at all various other allied technologies like IoT, RFID, etc. to be used to get better visibility and help in a real time planning scenario. The next part is end-to-end supply chain visibility. A survey by Frost and Sullivan and IBM done in late 2019 talked. They had talked to a lot of chief supply chain officers, and 84% of them told that bad or lack of supply chain visibility is the biggest challenge that they are looking at. What it means is that this is where AI has to be put to better use. If there are delays in shipment, if I don't know where my product is, when it is getting manufactured, how do I commit this to my customer? Where is my supplier getting stuck in giving me products? These are the areas in supply chain visibility that will be taken care of by using AI as a technology tool. We've heard of these concepts as supply chain tower. So these are those which will have AI in the backend and give those output. Next area is about inventory and demand management. How do I keep the correct inventory at correct place? It should not be too less, it should not be too more, it should be just optimal. These are complex problems, which is where AI can be used to better efficiency. It can crunch multiple sources of data, get us the output in a shorter period of time, which humans would take a lot of time to do with help of other basic technology. This is where AI can give us multiple predictions. What ifs? What if this happens? You can do plan A. If something else happens, you could do a plan B and have the optimal inventory where the delta between the min and max is as less as possible. The deviation is far lesser than what it is now. So inventory and demand management, a lot of places AI would be able to help. The last point here on the slide is logistics network optimization. We know that when a milk run planning is to be done, which are the products to be delivered to various different customers, if we are able to do that efficiently, or if my product has to move from one part of the uh, geography to another, how AI can be of help, this would be a very good use case. And we know that with advent of e-commerce in India, two big players as of now, Amazon and Flipkart, how much of logistics optimization they would be doing and they would need. We we see that when I order a product from, let's say, Rajasthan, sometimes I see it going up north within Rajasthan and then comes towards Mumbai. Normally we would say that why are they doing it, it is like a wastage, but this is how they have probably done a hub and spoke model, where some technologies, maybe an AI enabled technology, is telling them that if you do this on an overall way, you are optimizing your network. So these are the cases where AI definitely has started being put to use, and that's where this phenomena sometimes is even called the Amazon effect, because Amazon brought in the e-commerce boom across so many geographies, including India. So now that we have understood where AI can be of help, now let's look at where's the catch. What are the challenges? Does it sound look everything is like so hunky dory? Everything can happen so easily? Probably no. The catch lies in these areas. The first is data quality. We touched upon this in one of our earlier episodes also. The challenge for any AI system is, do we have good quality of data? Forrester research also talks about the same point, that data quality being the biggest challenge, biggest hindrance for adoption of AI. Now, AI needs huge amount of data to train their model first and then to put to use in a self-training, an unsupervised learning scenario. If I put in garbage, I will get garbage out. So the quality of data has to be as best as possible. I have known of scenarios where people have put in amount of effort, a huge amount of effort, up to 1 year of effort to get data quality in, and only then start reaping in benefits out of AI systems. Now, the challenge next that comes to us is cost of integration. A lot of organizations have disparate IT systems. It is not one system being used across various departments or various manufacturing units, etc. The cost of integration for getting everything in the way that it has to be fed into the AI algorithm is going to be the next challenge. The third, and on the bigger side, would be the skill gap. While AI has become the buzzword, we don't have too many qualified people. That is where we see a lot of challenge. What happens is that this becomes a place where I would need n number of people. I'm not getting those many skilled people. I may have to train them, and hence I will not be able to get the output at the speed that I need. That becomes the next challenge. The last one in terms of a challenge is operational cost. When we talk about AI, it means huge servers on the cloud that are crunching in numbers. They would need GPU. What it brings us is the cost of putting up the hardware, the cost of running those hardware. Yes, they would use a lot of resources in terms of electricity, maybe they would need air conditioning, so utilities costs go high. Then it is also about replacement, because every now and then the hardware becomes redundant. I have to upgrade it. I would need to update the patches, etc. So these are all the challenges that come in. That we have now understood where AI can help various processes, where's the catch in certain areas. Now let us summarize at the end whether it is of benefit to us or it has more cons than pros. I would say AI in SCM, like a lot of other departments within the organization, it has a promising future. The pros more or less outweighs the cons by a big margin. Yes, we need to work on the challenges that we talked about, be it about skill gap, data quality, etc. We do need to do that in order to get exponential benefits out of AI in next few years. And the last point would be that we should be mindful of the negative impact. There definitely has an impact when we are trying to do this transformational shift. Keep that in mind when planning for your project in the organization. Accordingly work around it. Don't let it uh, let the project go awry that way. With this, we come to the end of this series on AI in SCM. Do like, share, and put in your comments. If you have any questions, please put in the comment here. I'll be able to answer this for you. Thanks a lot.